Hey guys, it's Richard Butler here, and as always, I'm here on Thursday at 4 p.m. EST with a business lesson, and again on Monday at 4 p.m. EST with my State of the Internet address, talking about what's good and what's not so good on the internet. But today is a business lesson, and today I'm going to talk about this. Okay, a little bit strange, right? It's a funnel. But why would you use a funnel in your business? So the first thing I want to make sure is that you have actually watched my niche video or my niche video. Should be a link just up here to that actual lesson where I talked about making sure that you actually have and you define what it is you're selling and who you are actually selling it to. Now, before I get too into this lesson, let me remind you to subscribe to the channel, like the actual video, and leave a comment if you have any questions. Okay, so we're talking about this, a funnel. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people don't understand what a funnel is. They think, well, I have one product which I sell to people and that's it. And I will create the best product I can and sell it to people. Now that's great. That's really wonderful to create a great product and sell it to people to solve all of the problems. But that's not what you want to do. If you think about it, let's talk about Samsung. You may start and you might buy a washing machine from them. And then you say, well, I really like this washing machine. And they say, oh, this washing machine works perfectly with our mobile phone range. And you go, okay, so I'll buy their mobile phone. You get to like that. And then they send you a special discount or special offer for a tablet. So you buy the tablet. And then in 4 years' time, you need to upgrade your mobile phone and you buy another Samsung phone. You have gone into their sales funnel. Now, online, we need to have a sales funnel as well. So somebody buys something from you, or maybe they don't buy anything from you, but then you offer them something else. And then after they buy that something else, you offer them something more. So let's take this all the way back and say, well, what is this funnel? Well, the funnel is a way of, I personally think, filtering people out who don't want to buy your products. You see, lots of people come in here at the top. So this is where they visit your website and they might sign up for a free offer that you have. This is where we start our funnel. So everybody gets in here and then you offer something else. And that's probably a low ticket paid product. Now, how much is a low ticket product? Well, this is always an interesting question that people ask. How much should I charge for my product? And the answer is, it depends. When you know your niche or your niche, you know a lot about who is actually going to buy a product, which will include how much they are willing to pay. Because, for example, if you are working with Wall Street executives, maybe $197 is very cheap to them. But if you're working with single dads who have just recently lost their job, $197 is a lot. So once you know who your niche are and who your customers are, you can decide on your pricing. But instead of deciding on pricing, think of the value that you're offering. Because imagine if I said to you, for $297, I could solve a huge problem that you have at the moment. Let's say it's you're going through a divorce and you need advice on how to successfully get through a divorce. The value that I'm going to give you is immeasurable. So you would be willing to pay $297 for that. Because of the price, you're also going to think, well, this has to be worth the money that I'm actually paying for it. So you need to think about the value, because a lot of the times people don't value something for free. Now, a lot of people that I talk to say, well, I have to give them an ebook for free. I have to give them a video course for free. But the problem is that if you give too much for free, when you ask for the sale, people are going to say, well, why am I going to actually pay you for something when you actually gave me a 1 hour video course for free? So you have to always balance up what you give for free based on what else you want to sell that person. So in your funnel, you have a free product, or it could be a worksheet, or it could be a 10-minute video telling them how to start to quit smoking. Now, in this freebie, you don't really reveal any secrets to them. You give them enough information so that then you say, if you want to delve a little bit more into this topic of giving up smoking, why not invest in my ebook, the 10 top strategies for giving up smokers by people who have quit and have not smoked again for 10 years. Okay, so that's a really long title, but you would offer them that. Now, let's go back to the funnel. 100 people opted in for your freebie. Now they start to filter through this funnel and go down through the funnel, and maybe out of that 100 people, one person will buy your actual ebook. That's fine. Normal conversion rates might be 2 to 3 to 4%. So for every 100 people that opt in to your freebie, maybe only 2 or 3 will actually buy your product. Now, obviously, in order to get 100 people to opt into your freebie, you might have to send 1,000 people to your website. So now you're starting to get into metrics. For every 1,000 people you send, 100 opt in. For every 100 that opt in, 3 people buy. Okay, so what happens next? Well, I always say, ask that question, what next? So they opt into your actual funnel. So they actually purchase your ebook that you mentioned. And now I would send them a sequence of emails saying, thanks so much for purchasing this ebook. Make sure that you check out page 5 where I talk about the first tip for giving up smoking. And it's a really important one. And tomorrow I want to discuss tip number 4. Let's just say. So you have an email sequence. Now, then you think, well, what can I offer at the end? Okay, so somebody wants to give up smoking. They've downloaded or they've purchased this ebook. Maybe a hypnosis session pre-recorded could be really useful. So at the end of the 4 or 5 emails that you send them, and at the end of the ebook, you say, if you really want to take this to the next level, and if you are serious about giving up smoking, please visit this page where I have a audio hypnosis, a self-hypnosis audio track that can embed the right instructions into your mind to help you quit smoking. Okay, now obviously you would say it more elegantly like that. You might say, well, the unconscious is a very powerful tool, and if you use the unconscious correctly and reprogram your mind, you can actually give up smoking. Now, they've gone freebie, they've gone to an ebook, and now they go into a mid-ticket item. Again, how much is a mid-ticket item? For you, it's going to be different than it is for me. But let's say your mid-ticket item is $27. For some, that would be their low-ticket item. But let's say $27 to $67 would be a mid-ticket item. Again, it's very, very small, that price. It's not a huge amount. And then they will go and they will purchase that. You deliver that online and you have done no work so far. You've put up the ebook, you've recorded the hypnosis session, but after that, you're not doing any more work and you're getting paid again and again for this. Now, think about the 100 people who went through. Let's increase that out a little bit. So let's say 1,000 people have gone through your actual freebie. 20 have bought the ebook. From that 20, maybe 1 or 2 will buy the hypnosis track. Okay, so you see the way they're being filtered. Lots of people come in at the top and then just a few people coming out at the bottom. Now ask what is next. So what is the next thing that you can actually help them with, or how can you actually produce a new product? So then you go back to the video that I said about the niche, finding your niche, which is up here, and you think about the problems that these people have or the challenges. So they've given up smoking. Now they may be afraid that they're going to gain weight, because they say when you give up smoking, you gain weight. So you could have a product about how to reduce your weight after giving up smoking. So you see how this is all building up. Now this may be a high ticket item. So maybe this is $127. Maybe it's a group coaching that you do. Maybe it's another product that you put together that might be a course that you actually deliver and record. So you have to think about, first of all, you can't really build a funnel until you know who your niche are and who your audience are. Once you know that, you then work out what their challenges are, and you can have one product for each one of their challenges that they have. So they have self-esteem, they have this addiction to smoking, maybe they have self-confidence issues, and you produce one product for that particular need. And you always think about what's next. What can I sell them next? So when you think about it, I go to the bank and I open up a bank account. The bank said to me, hey, Richard, would you like a loan? And I think, okay, I like a loan. And then they might say, hey, Richard, now that you've got a loan with us, why not get life assurance? Oh yeah, okay. Richard, since you got a loan, a personal loan, why don't you actually treat yourself to a new laptop or a new car? Ah, okay, so I take out another loan. Richard, while you're at it, have you ever thought about refinancing your house? I never thought about that. And of course, who am I going to go to? I'm going to go to the bank. So they have their sales funnel in place as well. They move me up from a freebie of me opening my account right up to going through a number of different products with them. Now, let's say you are, let's say you're a teacher. How could you actually use this sales funnel? Because it's all great when, you know, you're maybe a coach or maybe you're somebody who has a lot of products to sell, but what about a teacher? Well, a teacher could say, okay, I'm going to give a free PDF on a particular subject. Let's say they teach maths or history. They might give a cheat sheet for a particular exam. And then it might be, if you want a more extensive cheat sheet, I actually have a book which is all about American history, and it gives you the summary so that you know all the important aspects that you need for the exam. Okay, very good. What's the next thing? Maybe if they want to deepen their knowledge, you actually have a video course that teaches them or summarizes all of the important elements in American history in a 2-hour course. And then your high ticket item might be a group coaching, or even then a one-on-one coaching session with you where you do private classes with them and you charge $47 an hour or $57 an hour. Okay, so you see the way you've gone from freebie to a low ticket to a mid ticket to a higher ticket. And as well, as I say, a higher ticket item for a teacher might be $97 an hour. For a coach like Tony Robbins, it could be $25 or $50 or $100,000 a month. So it all depends. So again, it goes back to your niche and knowing exactly who you are and knowing exactly who is your customer. Now, where a lot of people fall down is they think about internet marketing. Okay, this is the typical person I see. They are desperate to have a side business. They are told that it's so easy to do this on the internet. So they purchase a product that gives them the secret to unlimited traffic, and you don't even have to have a product to sell, and this will sell itself and blah, blah, blah. But the problem is they don't have a funnel in place. They don't even know who they're selling this to. I've seen products that sell videos that you can use to promote to local businesses. Okay, it's a great idea. It's a great market. But the problem is that they have nothing as a freebie, they have nothing as an upsell, they have nothing as they have nothing as a low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket option. So what they're doing is they're just buying some random product and hoping that they'll make money out of it. Whereas if you had it in place and said, okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a free audit of a website for local businesses. And once I've done that, my first offer will be to do a more in-depth competitive analysis. And I'm going to charge them $50 for that. But you don't actually solve their problems. The next offer I have is, well, I will do all the work for you in order to fix this issue, and I'll charge you $200 for that and $40 a month maintenance, or $80, whatever it may be. And then you may say, well, then the higher ticket option is I will do a seminar, an online seminar about online marketing for local businesses. But again, you would need to be specific. What type of local business? Maybe it's the local restaurant. Right now, when I'm filming this video on the 27th of October, here in Barcelona, we're facing another lockdown. So lots of businesses are being locked down. So maybe you could have a product which is how to survive the lockdown and how to prosper with your business, by showing them how, instead of using some food delivery service, they could set up their own website quite easily, and they could incentivize people to come and pick up rather than getting the food delivered. So you see that this concept can be used in many different areas. Now, we haven't even talked about the technology, because when you have a freebie, the first thing that people will do is they will come to your landing page. Now, what's a landing page? Well, if you search for landing pages, there will be so many gurus trying to sell you a landing page builder, but a landing page is simply a page that people land on. And normally it has a headline, maybe a sub-headline, maybe a video, a description of what they're actually going to sign up for, and then a sign-up form. I know a lot of people who go out and they say, well, I want to create a funnel, so I'll buy this thing called ClickFunnels. I'm sure it is an excellent piece of software. I've never used it myself, but it can be quite expensive. And they buy this software without knowing anything about funnels or why they actually need a funnel. And then they don't use it for 6 months, and they pay a 6-month subscription, and then they feel that they've wasted their money. You don't need any of that. With a simple website to start off with, you could create a simple funnel. Somebody signs up for your email list, and then you display another page, or after 5 emails, you send them to another page on your website. When they purchase that particular product, you then send them to another set of emails, and then you send them to another page on your website. That's how simple it is to create a funnel. Yes, you can get the tools that will create amazing funnels and will sort of do cross sells and upsells and round sells and down sells and whatever type of sells that you want. But that's at a more advanced level. And the problem is a lot of people go in and they get caught up in the actual technology. So here's your homework for today. Yes, there is homework. I want you to make sure that you know who your niche are. You know who your actual, you know what your niche is, and you're quite specific on that. You know who your audience are, and you know, even build a persona or an avatar for that particular audience. So, you know, Johnny is 52, he's worked all his life in the corporate world, he's burnt out, his marriage is suffering, and he's overweight. What are his challenges? Self-confidence, time management, weight loss, etc. And then you start building out products for that. For each product that you want to build out, take one and then start to build out that funnel. What's my freebie? What's the next thing I'm going to do? What's the next thing I'm going to do? Now, where do you get these products? Well, I've 2 links below in the description of the 2 sites that I use all the time to get products. One is a general site, the other is a specific site that targets the actual self-help and financial industry. So take a look, let me know. If you've liked this video, please do actually like it. Please leave a comment with any questions that you may have. And of course, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, share it on Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you want to share it. And make sure that you are subscribed so that you will get notified when I actually upload my next video, which I always guarantee you will get a video on Monday and Thursday at 4 p.m. EST. And normally I do another video during the week when I have something that I find that's quite exciting or something to talk about. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video, guys. Talk to you soon.